And in that electorate there are streets like Moran Road, Love Avenue, Apparana Avenue, streets that the previous Labor Speaker will never have heard of and will never have visited. But they are streets, Mr Speaker, that are full of small businesses, small industries, and employer 2 or 3 employees working together to be productive. Somebody who's prepared to put up their capital, take the risk, use their entrepreneurial spirit and initiative, and create a business and create work for 2 or 3 or 4 other people. And I reflect, Mr Speaker, on a conversation I had in one of those streets just the other day. Well, I was talking to a gentleman who'd set up a business, employs one person, employed that person as a young lad 15 years ago, taught him the business, taught him the trade, and can now trust that young man to look after the business when the employer is away. Neither the employer nor that employee needs the Labor Party in this House or in legislation to tell them how to conduct their relationship. And that is what the Labor Party seems to be so determined to do. Seems to be so determined to do. And it is time, Mr Speaker, that the Labor Party began to understand that healthy employment relationships are not based on their rules, are not based on the domination of union secretaries, are not based on laws passed in this House. They are based on normal human beings establishing decent relationships between themselves. And it is time, Mr Speaker, that this hate the boss mentality was removed from this country. Because without people who are prepared to risk their capital, to back their entrepreneurial spirit, there will be no jobs for anybody else. And the Labor members, Mr Speaker, gave their speeches. They didn't really engage in debate with this side of the House. Their speeches were clearly directed at their former colleagues, trade union secretaries, one of whom who may be listening, with no relevance at all to where this country is at and what the average New Zealander is thinking. Mr Speaker, the purpose of this bill is very simple. Firstly, it acknowledges the importance of relationships between employer and employee and acknowledges that that relationship is best established at the local workplace level. It is not best established by being legislated for in this House. It is not best established by having union officials sticking their nose in, and it is not best established by taking away the freedom of men and women to work together, to produce goods, to generate incomes, and to get on with life. Mr Speaker, I very strongly commend this bill to the House, the Employment Relations Rest Breaks and Meal Breaks Amendment Bill, and I'm looking forward to engaging with opposition members at the Select Committee. Thank you.